All right, and we're live. So, guys, you guys have a good weekend?
Indeed. Busy as hell, but good.
Cool. So the nerdy phase with Ray and Surge. We're live again, as always. We're probably a little late in recording today, but it'll still come out the same day, so you don't have to worry about that. We got Ray, as always, the wonderful Ray. We could probably start calling you Bad Take Ray, because sometimes your takes are pretty bad. I'm just saying.
And sometimes yours are old and outdated. So,
And then, of course, we got Tom.
Ahoy.
Tom. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about Tom right now. We'll get something for Tom, but
I exist.
His knowledge is very appreciated. We like you too, Ray. Don't worry, but
yeah, I'm sure you do. Can you still hear me?
I hear you just
Roger.
fine. Yes.
Okay.
So,
make sure.
All right. So, as always, let's just begin with what nerdy thing have we been doing this week? Anything exciting that we've done or
So I played in Tuba Christmas yesterday, so that was super awesome. Every year there is a somewhere around St. Louis, well, a bunch of like 300 and something cities around the world. They do a thing where a bunch of tuba and baritone and euphonium players get together and just play some Christmas music. So my nephew is becoming an aspiring tuba player himself. So him and I went up to Anheuser-Busch. We rehearsed for a couple hours, and then we performed at 1 o'clock for like an hour. And yeah, that was the nerdiest thing I did this week.
band nerd. I that's fine.
Oh yeah.
It's
One time at band
one of the
camp.
phases.
Oh, trust me.
One time at band camp.
One time at band camp happens.
So yeah, I mean, being a band nerd is a phase as well. So maybe one of these days we'll hit that up. But
So have you guys watched Mean Girls?
Mean Girls, yeah, I've seen Mean
Okay,
Girls.
so when they make the reference to the sexually active band table, like that's a thing.
Sexually active band table.
Yeah, no, you got a bunch of like it's
I
the
haven't
only
seen it since I was a child.
activity for school where you have a bunch of kids, girls and boys, on buses late at night coming back from band competitions, and there's no lights, no adults back there. What happens if the bus stays on the bus?
Oh, that's what it is.
What about
I
you,
was a
Ray?
football guy, so that wouldn't really work because it was a bus full of dudes. But
Well, it could work.
Well, it could.
I'm not
I mean,
discriminating.
I don't hate, rate, or discriminate. The nerdiest thing I did, I went actually. There's this cool little. Well, first of all, for the past week, McDonald's has been doing a really cool toy, and you can get like all kinds of things. You can get Marvel, you can get Star Wars, all these cool little toys. And I probably spent a good $400 on McDonald's toys to get a bunch of these toys. And then,
okay. Do you have any of these toys we can see?
I've got one. Hold on, let me go get my R2.
This is some of them. Let me see here. Where's my camera? There it is. This is some of them. Yeah, these are some of the guys. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, we got a Pocahontas, and we tossed it that one immediately because nobody cares about Pocahontas. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great animated movie, but I cared about it, so this is sitting right above my work desk.
A great animated movie, Pocahontas. I don't think so, but for not saying okay, that's cool. I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah, I got Chewbacca and Princess Leia, and then I got a couple of cool little Naruto pins, and I found a gummy that is Jujutsu Kaisen Sukuna's finger. So might chew on that.
I've seen that.
I get some powers.
You got fingered?
Sukuna's finger.
So, okay, see, what have I done? Okay, well, this week, I mean, the nerdy thing was working on the podcast. I was working on my channel, Surge Reviews. I did upload some pretty cool videos on Liza P. I did like a tour of the hotel, so you can kind of see how the hotel works and the hub. That's the main hub, so you can kind of see what you can do there, how it works. I kind of did a stat breakdown, showed you my particular build. I think this week, let's see. I took the week off, so I went back to work Friday, but I took the rest of the week off. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I was like 20 hours into the game. I put another 20 hours into it. I'm on the final chapter, so I'm almost done with it. I did write a review on Super Mario RPG, so that's on there. We talked about it a little bit last week, but now it's officially published and it's on there, so feel free to read it. And then Lego Fortnite. I mean, I've been playing some Lego Fortnite. It kind of plays like Minecraft, to be honest with you. My wife and I have been doing survival, and you kind of have to, grind to get your village up and make a bed. And if you die, you spawn at your bed. Very similar to Fortnite or Minecraft, except it's Legos. It's pretty cool. I mean, and just the Lego mode. I mean, because it tells you how many players are playing in each mode. In just the Lego mode, Fortnite recorded 2.2 million players on Friday.
Can you
Just on
do
that one mode.
private servers? So, like, say if me and the kids wanted to play, we could.
Yeah, it's a private server in itself. You create your
Okay.
own world, and then you just join up, so you can be the main world. So it's just whoever you play with. It's not public. So it's
Yeah, I'm
all
surprised
private servers.
Minecraft didn't do this, and Fortnite is. It just seems like it's from the little previews and stuff that I've been watching. It seems very Minecraft-esque.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm really how can I put? I'm like not surprised, but it's just a game that Fortnite is becoming. It's becoming its own little world. It's huge. So, now you have you have all sorts of modes. The people who want to build, people who don't want to build. So,
I'm surprised they haven't, started making some kind of like cartoon spin-off show about this shit yet.
I'm surprised either. And then they also added the rocket racing, which I did that. I was playing that a little bit as well. You just get like the Rocket League cars because Epic owns Rocket League, and you just race.
That's
You
cool.
can do drifts and stuff like that. I mean, it was maybe it's because it's the first time playing it, but I got first place in my race. It was easy. So,
Okay.
but that's what I've been doing this week. I haven't really touched any books this week, but we'll see. My Nook has been dead all week, so I haven't really got a chance to read it.
I've got some Star Wars books I got to catch up on. I'm going to start Sunday nights when I drive down to Raleigh to pick up Evan. I'm going to start doing that.
I recommend Star Wars Battle Scars. Especially, did you play Jedi Fallen Order?
Yeah, I played. Okay, yeah, I probably do need to get that one because I eventually am going to play. Because that came on sale yet.
Battle Scars. I mean, I have the PDF if you want it.
No, I'll do audiobook. I don't know how to read.
Oh, okay, that's right. I have because I bought the PDF, so when I can extract it from my Nook, it's kind of nice. But not the PDF, the EPUB, but so. But yeah, I mean nothing exciting really. So, back to work tomorrow, I guess. But anyways, so let's move on to our next segment that we call Nerd News, right? And so, did you guys get to see the GTA 6 trailer drop?
Yeah, I got to see that.
I mean, kind of disappointed it's 2025, but here's a since Game Awards and stuff like just happened a couple of days ago, here's a question I want to pose to you. Okay, GTA 5 or GTA 6 is going to be Game of the Year 2025.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. GTA 5 could not be Game of the Year because it came out in 2023 or I can't speak 2013. So it came out 1 year before Game Awards was established. If GTA 5 came out in 2014, that would have been Game of the Year. So because I think GTA 5 is still one of the best-selling games of all time. It's top 5 easily.
You said that GTA 5 came out too late to be Game of the Year?
It came out a year before the Game Awards was established. It won other awards through IGN or Golden Joysticks, things like that. But the actual Game Awards that was created for games, it came out 1 year before that actually existed.
Oh, okay.
So now, if you were posing this question, if you were a game creator, and your game was poised to come out, they're going to come out 2025. They're like, oh, that's when I'm going to come out. Would you work double time to get the game to come out in 2024 so it doesn't come out the same year as GTA 6 so you can try to compete for Game of the Year?
Probably, yeah.
Nah, I would just make sure my game's solid. So,
you're not going to be able to beat GTA 6. And not only that, but the other thing that dropped out too, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Okay, they're gonna do a full summer reveal on that game in 2024. So maybe if they do the full reveal, it comes out November of this year, of next year. If it comes out in 2025, right there, Dreadwolf and GTA 6, those are Game of the Year contenders, easily. Especially Dreadwolf, because Dragon Age Inquisition was the first game to win Game of the Year in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Dragon Age Inquisition is a solid game. So, yeah. But I mean, those are two of the biggest announcements in games that are coming out. Food announcements, because we will talk about food sometime. Do you see what McDonald's is doing?
Yeah, I already forgot the name of it.
It's Cosmics.
Cosmics, yeah. We'll see how that works.
I mean, it isn't direct in competition to Starbucks. That's what they said. So they'd say they say they're trying to compete with Starbucks. I mean, they're gonna do drinks, stuff like that. I mean, one of the sandwiches looks pretty good. They're doing like a spicy avocado cheese sandwich or something like that with egg and whatever. It looks really good.
Ew, I don't get people's obsession with avocado. It's a texture thing.
I love avocados, but some of the drinks they're doing like a churro frappuccino. That sounds pretty good. So, we'll see how they do. I mean, McDonald's in itself is pretty big. I don't know if this is probably a hot take. I think McDonald's has the best fast food breakfast. That's my opinion.
I just go for the burritos. That's about it.
Oh, those McGriddles are next level.
I mean, they're good and all, but that's just too much. I just feel like I always feel sick afterwards, like too much grease or something. I would say I'm getting too old for this stuff. It was like 10 years ago. It was never...
The best fast food breakfast.
Okay, No. Okay, you're right. It beats Taco Bell because Taco Bell tastes like plastic. But if we're talking about best fast food, that has to be Wendy's. Wendy's breakfast is superior. They got, first of all, they have biscuits and gravy. And it can't no spot be a breakfast fast food if they ain't got biscuits and gravy. And McDonald's is dry.
Wendy's is really good. I will give you that. That Baconator is delicious.
Yeah, and they got the eggs.
But the McGriddles just hit different. Those McGriddles.
However, for breakfast, Casey's has got the best breakfast pizza. But
I do agree with that.
But quick trip up here though, we've got chorizo egg and cheese burritos, and just like you could have sausage egg and cheese, but why the fuck would you have sausage when you could do chorizo? It's got a little bit of a kick. There's so much more flavor to it. So good.
Because not everybody goes to the bathroom right after they eat, And
I mean, if you're shitting yourself after chorizo, then sucks for you.
Chorizo's got a little bit of kick in the ass while you're in the bathroom struggling.
God, sometimes it hurts, but I like it.
I don't struggle with that, but I think this will be a good topic for one time because our food topic is going to be of many episodes because you could talk about so much about food. So we'll hit that up because at work we do nerd out about food a lot, and it's fun. So I will say this before we move on to the food thing: if you live in Springfield, Missouri, you can leave as many comments as you want. I don't care if they're hateful comments. Okay, Mexican Villa sucks.
Is that the one over by the Hodeo?
Oh, first of all,
no.
I feel personally attacked. We're pausing right now. Okay,
okay. Go ahead.
I got about 30 people in my family, and every single one of us that walk in there, they know us by name. Okay, we've been going there
Mexican
since
Villa?
Zero. Yes. The one, and by the way, it is over there by Hodeo, and it is the best damn Mexican food in Springfield. Okay, not only for pricing, flavor,
okay,
taste. margaritas. Their margaritas are cheap as shit and huge.
Do they have a good
No,
jalapeno margarita? We always go to this place
no,
called
they have a good
three.
nothing.
So they call 3 margaritas, but I always called it margaritas. One, to be annoying. Two, did you guys ever see the movie Three Amigos with Martin Shore? Yeah.
Hmm.
So it was like, oh yeah, no, we're part of this. You know, we were in this movie, Amigos. So I always call it margaritas instead of three margaritas. But they have fan fucking tastic jalapeno margaritas.
Right.
So yeah, no, worth checking out. And then I found $5. I can tell my story didn't land, so add that at the
You
end.
found $5.
Yeah, then I found $5.
It's not that the story didn't land. I was just partaking in
This,
the vape cultures.
That's fair.
but okay. Before we move on, because this is an interesting discussion. Okay, first off, let's go. Let's talk about Mexican Villa. One, they probably get their food from the shittiest place they can get. They probably go to like they go to Always Save and get their beans from there. Get Always Save meat. Always, because all their stuff comes from a can. It's common knowledge.
You know why your argument has no hold to it?
Why
Is
is
because the
that?
reason why they go there is because they are local only. They're not some mass fucking chain like Taco Bell or any of the other Mexican food places. They are a local chain. That's why they go there. Is because they're locally owned and operated. Thank you very much.
Look,
Now you
I
guys
don't.
have me interested. I wonder if they're a U.S. food. So I work for U.S. Foods, for anybody who doesn't know, and so we're a food supplier, and I wonder if they're one of our locations now. So continue talking. As soon as my computer boots up, I'm going to find out here in a few seconds if it's one of ours.
Yeah, but you know, so nah, it just no. Mexican, especially the burrito enchilada style, that's what everyone raves about. Not that great.
So what do you not
Their
like about
chicken.
it? 'Cause now I'm curious. What so
Oh,
specific? Is it
so
no
the
flavor? Is it it
But
the
looks
food
dirty?
the
Like
food.
what's your
their
shtick?
chicken's a little bad. Their chicken's it's a little bland. Their
Oh,
chicken,
their
but it's just
chicken is garbage.
you just gotta stay away from the
The,
chicken. Everything else is
it
good.
tastes like the chicken tastes like it came out of a can. Exactly. The
Yeah, but
meat.
nobody gets the chicken because of that reason. But the rest is, you know.
No, the beef. It doesn't. The beef tastes like I got it. Like it tastes like cheap beef. It's like they got beef from Taco Bell and started doing it.
I always
So
hate that anytime I go to a Mexican restaurant, like I never get ground beef anymore because nobody has good seasoned ground beef. Like I just want my
yeah,
ground
no.
beef to taste like something, and no, it's just like straight just ground beef. That's it. I'm
So
like wow, it's
their and
boring
their
as
their
fuck.
salsa. It's just watered down. It's horrible. So
Hmm.
I'm not a fan. Come on. I'm ready.
I love their salsa. Okay, the rest of the places, their salsa tastes like they're trying to send you to an ER with ulcers. Okay, like I got a breakfast burrito this morning from
You just
Tony's Place.
proved my point.
I love Tony's Place. I love Tony's Place. Okay, their food is fantastic. They're another small, locally owned business. They're amazing, and their pricing
What's the name
is
of the
very
place again?
Tony's.
Mexican Villa.
But I got their breakfast burrito and the damn salsa they put in the bag. I took one bite of it and I didn't know if I was eating from my mouth or my ass. It was hot, man. They need to chill. If I look at a salsa and I see seeds, I'm panicking and I ain't using it.
um. Anyways, let's move on from this. Yeah, because literally, this is a whole nother topic altogether. Sneak peek, to those who are listening. This is a sneak peek of what a food debate could go on. So
Yeah, 100%.
So you know what their problem is? They don't buy from U.S. Foods. That's why.
yeah,
Because Leo,
they buy from Always Save. I'm sure it's garbage.
Leo.
So, but anywho, let's let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so I can't really think. I don't know of any other interesting news that really dropped. I mean, I know the new Demon Slayer is going to be premiering. The Hashira training arc is going to be premiering in Japan in spring 2024. So if you subscribe to Crunchyroll or anything like that, you'll be able to see it there in subtitles. Um, I watch all my stuff in subtitles. I'm just impatient. I can't. I mean, there's some shows that I'm like, I'll wait for the dub. I don't care, and I just binge it in dub.
I just
But
finished
like,
Blood War. So sad that the
which
ending
one?
was like, uh, Blood War, 1,000-Year Blood War, Bleach. There we go. I
Oh,
just finished that
Bleach,
one.
Bleach. Yeah. Oh, that was epic. That was a good one. See, that's another nerd thing. Oh, I did. Okay, sorry, I forgot. I did this week. I did end up watching Blue Eye Samurai.
Blue Eye Samurai.
Okay,
What's that on?
it's on Netflix. Austin or Ray, sorry, you will you will like it. It is, yeah, it is amazing. It's got everything you want. It's got the action. It's got blood. Everything. So
Okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna have to check that out. You said it's on Netflix.
it's on
Yeah, it's
Netflix. Yeah,
Netflix.
I I wouldn't watch
Blue
it around
Eye
kids.
Samurai.
I wouldn't watch it around kids though.
There's some
I
floppy
would.
dick in it.
Yeah, that's true. Um, Interesting. The main characters, Mitsu, it means water in Japanese, which is pretty
Oh,
cool.
I did not know.
So, because
She is gender fluid.
yeah, because I did have I know that because when I was playing World of Warcraft, I made a Resto Shaman, and Resto Shaman's main stuff is water based.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a panda and I named her Mitsu Chikara, which means
And
water
what was it?
power. World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm following.
So,
Wait, you
but
made a panda class in World of Warcraft?
yeah, when
That's
it when
awesome.
it when it came out, when Mr. Panera came out, yeah, I made a panda class. I made a shaman.
I did
Hell yeah.
too. I tried to get back into World of Warcraft, but I didn't have any friends that played, so I'm like, eh.
That's how I feel. My buddy's trying to get me to play classic Kata that comes out, but I wasn't a big fan of Kata. But so, but anyways, not a whole lot of not a whole lot of big other news. Um, I know Stardew Valley. If you guys are into Stardew Valley, that is they're looking to drop the update 1.6 pretty soon, which is going to be a huge update for Stardew Valley, especially if you're a fan. It did drop. That dropped the 7th, so that's been pretty big. A lot of people have been really playing that at 2.2 million players. Like I mentioned earlier, were playing Lego Fortnite. So that's a big thing. And then other than that, um, if you're into anime, especially Studio Ghibli, The Boy and the Heron is coming out pretty soon. I think it comes out in a week or so.
Real quick,
So
do you pronounce GIF or GIF?
What the fuck?
GIF.
Okay, because I always hear Studio Ghibli, not Ghibli.
Oh, okay. You
I
you
don't know.
hear
I don't
I
know
could be
how.
wrong.
If,
I'm just
yeah.
saying that's what I hear.
Studio Ghibli. I don't know. I hear either way.
Okay.
So, but if you've never seen a, we'll say it your way. If you've never seen a Studio Ghibli movie, I do recommend them. They're really good.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, they're good shit.
so
However, though, I was extremely disappointed with the little Grogu thing that they released on Disney Plus. Did you guys watch that?
are you talking about the animated Grogu stuff?
That little animated Grogu, that one episode, and all it was, it had nothing to do with the Force, nothing to do with Star Wars. It was
He was
just
just
like, hey,
eating
I'm
stuff.
Grogu and I'm cute. That's it. And like, why
Oh
the fuck
yeah.
would you release this then? You could have
What
done that
was
with
it
a
on?
fucking Buddy Rabbit. I don't know. Well, let me look it
I don't
up.
remember if you releasing anything like
He
that.
was eating some like mites or some like some little. I don't know. But anyways, let's move on from that because let's talk about the topic at hand. So the game of the year. We've talked about like in episode 2. We did talk about all the nominees going on for game of the year. What our picks were, stuff like that. Well, game of the year finally has happened, right? But before we get into game of the year, guys, I have a question for you. Do you guys ever feel kind of like tired throughout the day or anything like that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
All the time? Well, hey, so our sponsor, Dubby, has sent me stuff. Sorry. Um, this right here. I mean, this energy drink, and I'm not just saying this. I like energy drinks. This is coffee based. It's a coffee fruit extract. It gives you all the energy without the crash and jitters. I had a few of the flavors. I've had 3 of the flavors already. I had Dragonade. It tasted really good. And then Dove Sludge was kind of like a green apple flavor. And then today I had Calio peaches, which was kind of like a peach flavor.
Was the
Really
Granny
good.
Apple flavor, was that a little bit sour or was it sweeter?
It was a mix.
It
It
was a
was
mix.
yeah, it was a
I know,
little
especially
sour,
when it
but
comes to apple. Apple's a big favorite, you know. But some
yeah,
people like the sour ones, some people like the sweets.
yeah. Just the appearance of it though, called Dub Sludge, kind of
Hmm.
pushes people away a little bit because it's like, oh, what's weird. But you actually read it, do it. But hey, if you are interested and you do want to try this, um, if you go to dubby.gg and then use promo code Surge, you can get 10% off your next purchase. So remember, that's promo code Surge, and you get 10% off your next purchase. Be sure when you do order it, this take a little bit to get to come in. And they are a small time company, but hey, Dubby, I do recommend them. So it's good.
I
But
did.
let's move on to the Game Awards.
All
All
right,
right.
real quick. Two things. One,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
check the group me. I sent the information. It's Grogu and the Dust Bunnies. Second of
The
all,
Dust Bunnies, yeah.
yeah, it's GHIBLI. So there's no way that would be a J. It's a Ghibli. Okay, continue. Game
It's a
Awards.
Ghibli. Okay, so the Game Awards. They it was a long presentation. I watched it live. I don't know if I don't. Didn't you guys get a chance to watch it live?
I did not.
No, I watched it live. They announced quite a few things. Uh, so obviously they announced the winners of each category, things like that. Now, one of the things I want to touch on is kind of the world premieres that they discussed. You guys get a chance to watch any of the world premieres or see anything what they were coming out with?
Yeah, I watched. There's a couple things that everything looked pretty. That's about it. Like nothing was really. There's that one samurai. That one, it was like red backgrounds, white and black characters. It was like one of the first ones that they showed. It looked like an interesting
Rise of the
game.
Ronin.
There,
That's the only samurai I can think of.
that might have been it.
Yeah, I was really disappointed as far as world premieres because I really expected like these AAA companies to come out and just boom, let's do this, but they really didn't hit the mark there. Um like one I mean there's one game that they announced that they did it's they're saying 15 years because it really was. It was by this indie developer called 2D Boy. They made a game called World of Goo.
Hmm.
It's something
Saw
I
that one.
did. I did play World of Goo on the Switch. I had not the Switch, the Wii. I did play it on. I had it on there. It was a great game. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle type game. You get these little there's these little goos, little whatever, and you kind of have to like get other these little balls and try to like create structures to try to get across. Sometimes the structures have obstacles. Um, and you have to try to get as many as you can to escape to the other side. It's pretty fun. There's some levels where you can build them; they can float up in the sky, get away. Of course, they also have baddies that will try to pop your stuff. Um, it was a lot of fun. So when they announced the World of Goo 2, I was okay. I could get behind this.
Yeah,
So
I
it
always
might,
appreciate a good indie puzzle game.
yeah.
One of my favorite indie games that they came out with a few years ago on Xbox 360. It was the one. It was like pretty much all black and white. Oh my god, it wasn't Purgatory. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. Keep talking. I'll find it here in a second.
Okay.
But no,
So
yeah, but no, good indie game. I saw a lot of indie games that'd be fun to play. I just don't think I'll ever get around to playing them, unfortunately.
yeah, and that's what I felt the Game Awards was. I thought the Game Awards was going to be more AAA titles, but they did a lot of indie developers, give them a chance to shine, which I think it in itself is cool. Um, but at the same time too, like I kind of want that AAA kind of game, you know?
Limbo was the game I was talking about. Did you guys ever play that one?
Limbo. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I played a little bit of Limbo.
No, I
So
played through it. I beat it. That was just a good indie game.
yeah,
Like it just is proof. Like some of the best games aren't these big, huge AAA games and
No,
everything. Some of these are
I
just,
agree.
you know, they
Um,
still play FTL.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of the
no,
smaller games they do tend to be shorter, but they are more pleasurable than these huge games that seem like they jumbled a bunch of stuff in there.
yeah,
And you can get into them a lot easier because you're not waiting like 20 minutes for the game to load. I mean, obviously, if you got yourself a good processor, good solid state storage, all that kind of good stuff, yeah, it's not that bad. But still, just be able to sit down on your computer, hit a button, boom, the game pops up, you start playing it. So nice.
yeah. No, I agree. Um, so I mean, to me, World of Goo was a really cool announcement that they did. Um, I don't I know this one counts as one of them, but I was also really excited that they announced the DLC for God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. Um,
Mhm.
Now I don't know if you played God of War Ragnarok. That game is fantastic. In my personal opinion, you guys can disagree, or we can disagree to agree, or agree to disagree,
There
whatever
we go.
it goes.
Second one.
It's pretty hot. It's a pretty hot take. Okay, I personally think God of War Ragnarok should have won Game of the Year last year, not Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok was 10 times the game Elden Ring was. So
I feel like in terms of like the overall immersive experience, like I never played either one of those games, but I did watch plenty of gameplay and everything. But you see a lot of stuff, trending, like a lot of these big games are big, heavy, story games and everything. It's more of the, I don't know, just like a more personal experience, because when you do Elden Ring, I feel like, it's not an own story. Um, it's great gameplay, great graphics, good replayability and everything. But in terms of like, I feel like God of War is more like a Halo, back in 2007 when Halo 3 came out versus, was it 2007 when it came out? 2004? Regardless, I think it was 2004. Point I'm getting at though is, I feel like that's more of the classic game experience versus, in terms of big AAA games that come out. Some of these AAA games that are coming out, like I've never heard of it. They look kind of just like everything else. There's really nothing too innovative about it. But no, God of War, that I agree. Despite not playing it, I would say just on my base knowledge of everything, I think they should have won.
yeah, I mean
No,
it won best
Elden Ring
narrative.
Elden Ring was the best. I think what it is you're getting good confused with nostalgic because it is nostalgic, but
Yeah,
Elden Ring had beautiful graphics. They had a gaming system that made it harder every time you played through. Like me, I screwed up. When I played Elden Ring, I like leveled up. I got every single item you could possibly get and then decided to do a second playthrough because I figured even if it gets a little bit harder, but that's not how they did it. They did level based next gaming. So whatever your level is what it is. It doesn't matter that it's your second playthrough and your max level. That next playthrough is going to be max level. So that's really cool. And the graphics and the cinematics alone, I mean, I have a video of me beating the final boss, and I squealed like a little girl. Okay, it was amazing. I spent so long, the struggle, the tears, the PlayStation controller almost going through the TV. Elden Ring was beautiful. I don't know. I just feel like God of War, the graphics are amazing, but it just feels like you're going through the motions. You have a set objective. You can go off and do like this little thing over here or this little thing over there, but it's primary objectives. Elden Ring, you could literally do whatever, whenever, however you want.
yeah, more linear versus
Yeah,
more open
I
world.
like
Yeah,
I like
You
open.
know,
which go ahead.
I was gonna say Ray.
Uh,
That was probably the best take you ever had on here.
I'm in
I can
sync with
agree where
both
you're
those
going,
games. I played them both. You know.
but I see where you're going, and I mean God of War Ragnarok. It doesn't really become real open world or open concept until you beat the game. Post game, you can go. It's open world. You can do whatever you want. Um, so I haven't played Elden Ring, but I can see why Elden Ring went wrong. I don't like that it won. I can understand why it won. I disagree
Yeah.
it shouldn't have won, but I can see why it won. So,
So
Well,
but
going back to go ahead.
with Rag's
oh,
new
go ahead.
update, the free DLC that they're basically giving you, which is amazing. First of all, I don't know a game that's done that, and I don't even know how long. So the
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
the
they're
point
not
I
Especially a
was
only
AAA
going to
title.
bring up. Yeah, the
yeah,
fact that a AAA game is releasing DLC and not charging you another $60, for
He's
an
astonished.
already established engine, an already established, this, already established that. No, so I honestly, it's one of I wish I had a PlayStation so I could buy the game just so I can, I'm like, hey, thank you for
Yeah.
not fucking your fans over.
and I'm
Well,
sure they have next year. I'm sure next year game of the year you'll see Rag on there. And honestly, from all the stuff I saw hinted at or even talked about, I don't see anything that could compete with a Ragnarok. I just don't. I mean, Elden Ring was a one-off. Elden Ring was a out of nowhere, beautiful, very solid, right off the go game. So I'm sure Rag will probably win next year.
That well, like my biggest anticipated game was that new Star Wars game coming out. Like either A, it's going to be 10 out of 10, or B, it's going to be a bomb. I'm hoping it's going to be 10 out of 10, but I think that I'm hoping that's going to be the biggest competitor. But I'm also a little biased in terms of Star Wars. So
well, you talk about Star Wars Outlaw. We'll get into that one later.
Okay.
But anywho, so like, now on these games that come out, there's one game that Little Red Retro, one game that I thought was pretty like, oh okay, look at Jurassic Park Survival.
When's that?
Like,
is that a game that's about to be released?
I think it comes out next year. I'm not sure.
Ooh,
But Jurassic
that's
Park
cool.
Survival, like the trailer they showed, is straight out of the movie, like the first movie, like the museum, everything, the kitchen. It was pretty interesting, straight out of the movie. Like, and I don't know how so, it could be potential, but a lot of times when they do these survival type games, they end up failing. So
Yeah.
now
It all depends on the graphics and how much it has when they release, especially when it comes to games like that. Because I feel like that's where a lot of those types of games fail, is they
the
drop and
graphics
they
look really good though.
yeah, but the graphics only go so far. If like what you saw, like what I'm talking about is some big games they'll build up and they'll show you some good, like what you said, the kitchen nostalgic stuff, and then you'll get it and realize that what they showed you, that's all. That's all
Right.
they have. But that sounds so fun though, especially if it's like Elden Ring where you have that open world capability too. That would be awesome, dude. If I'm walking through a bush and I hear like in the movie where he had that raptor come in and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna shit myself."
Clever girl.
Clever.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
I don't know. It's a
I
survival game, so I don't know if you'll be able to fight the dinosaurs. But
doubt they'll do it, but I wonder if they'll put it in VR. Like again, another one of those games I never played, but they had that Alien game that came out, and then they
Now,
I don't think they officially released a VR, but I think somebody went in and actually made like a third party made a VR out of it. But that's a game I would love to play, but at the same time I'll never play it because I will shit my pants.
Dude, speaking of VR, I have a PlayStation VR, and I played Doom Eternal on VR. And Doom Eternal on VR, you want to talk about shitting yourself. Not only is it like full max shit screaming in your ears constantly, it is also really cool to lift that double barrel and have that sword and sprint around. VR is cool, but my only thing is the PlayStation one, at least, like it has to be Oculus for me when it comes to VRs. Because PlayStation's VR makes me kind of queasy for some reason after I play it for like 20 minutes. But the Oculus, I can be on that thing all day.
Yeah.
I love
VR. I don't
own
own one. I've got an HTC Vive that I'm holding on to while my buddy's out in Amsterdam. But do you have a VR, Serge?
I have the Quest 2.
Okay.
Meta Quest 2.
I'm not saying we should, but I don't know. Maybe host one of these episodes via VR one of these days.
That would be cool. I'd be down with that.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. I'll have to dabble with it.
Hey, that VR chick, she won creator or something like that. I did see that like chick that's completely VR. She won. What was it? Was it creator? What was it? Help me out here.
For what?
It was. Dang it! Now you're gonna make me feel like I'm crazy. There was this chick that won an award there, but she was. It was a VR generated. It was creator of the year, I want to say, or something like that. It was like content creator or something.
Oh, are you talking about the that one? I'm not sure. But I know who you're talking. Yeah, VR. The creator of the year. She, I guess nobody knows what her face looks like or something because when she was at the Gaming Awards, all it was is just her avatar.
Yes.
talking.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So it's big now,
How?
you know?
Yeah, I mean, how do you even know she's a chick? But whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
okay. Oh, but
So, but anywho, so like me, so there's this one game that really stood out that was disappointing. If you have look at the trailer, it was like I felt like it was a total mind fuck. It was called Pony Island 2. Like
That was the
I
one with
want
that like weird Asian guy in the background, and it was like
yeah,
kind of like
okay.
start off with the Mongolian. Yeah, that was like one of the first thing that I think it was the first game
It
trailer, and I
was.
wasn't too sure because because the
I
first
was
image that they popped up, I thought it was going to be like an open, like some kind of like actual world, but everything was 2 dimensional, with the exception of like
yeah.
the what do you call those games back in the day where it's like you have like these videos that pop up. It's like it's an actual like people acting, and then it goes back to the actual game, which is all like 8-bit or whatever. Oh, they've got a name for that genre.
I don't remember,
I don't know.
but
But yeah, that's what I'm talking about though. Is that kind of game? That's why I hope that Jurassic World, because that Jurassic World sounds really cool. But it could be another one of those where it's like, damn it, it is nothing like I thought it would be.
all right. But
Because
I
honestly,
mean,
the Jurassic World game should have came out so much longer ago. So much. So what the hell? So long ago. Because Jurassic World is awesome. I would love to do that in video game, not real life.
and then and then there's three games I kind of want to point out too. Um, well, a couple of things. Like first off, Sega announced remakes of their old school stuff: Shinobi, Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe. Uh, I think there's a couple of other, but they're remaking quite a few of their games, which I think is pretty big. Um, and then I want to point out what is it? Oh, No Man's Sky. So No Man's Sky has been around for a while, right? So they decided they're making a new IP. It's called Light No Fire. They're hoping to release it sometime next year. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, No Man's Sky's it started off real bad, and now supposedly it's a lot better. I don't know. I still haven't. I can't get into it. And then what's another game that's coming out? It's gonna be pretty big. Bethesda has teamed up with Marvel, and they're making Marvel a Blade game, Marvel's Blade. So, which it could have
The
potential.
game looks interesting. One thing, it's really hard to make superhero. Now, obviously, Spider-Man, they did a good job and everything, but I remember seeing this thing
Yeah,
about like just think about making a Flash video game. Like, how could you make a Flash game and actually make it work? Because the guy can run literally. I'm not saying he can't run faster. Regardless, he can run so fast. Theoretically, he could beat anybody. So it'd be really hard to make a video game past that. So I think if there's a game to make a Marvel game to make a Marvel character to make a game about, Blade's a good one.
because there hasn't really. I mean, as far as like, there hasn't been a superhero game like Spider-Man. The closest one has been Batman, like Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. Those were really good. Um, the same company that made Spider-Man 2, Insomniac, they've been teasing a Wolverine game for like the last 4 years. So, which I'm curious to see how that would go. But and then another big announcement for this was you guys know who Kojima is? Hideo Kojima is his name.
Um, who is he? Is he what I assume a Nintendo guy?
No, he started off that way, but he's the creator. He's more known for being the creator of Metal Gear Solid. So he did Metal Gear, the whole Metal Gear
Okay.
series. So with the exception of Metal Gear Snake's Revenge, I don't think he was a part of that one on the NES, but he did the Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation, which Metal Gear Solid was a solid game. I don't know how else to describe it. It was a really good game, and so that's he's really been well known as. And then here in the last, he's kind of went away from Metal Gear. He did another game, Death Stranding. Um, he did that, and it was a really popular game. But it looks like he's releasing a game. They showed me a teaser, and it was kind of weird. It was like just I don't know if you saw the teaser for OD. Um, but it was
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah, like
Just
there's no gameplay stuff to it. It's just I think
no.
they were just showing off that they're probably using live, real people and doing like the face capture or something. That like I don't know if that's what they were getting at, but that's what I kind of picked up from it. They're probably great graphics and face design, emotion.
Yeah. So and then he flexed a little bit because he got Jordan Peele to come out and help. I guess Jordan Peele's collaborating with him on that one.
Oh,
So
that's the game. Okay, I heard about that. Okay, so I'm now a little bit more interested in the game than I was. Because Jordan Peele's been doing such a great job with all the movies he's been releasing
yeah,
and everything.
it's kind of funny. They did when they were talking about it. Kojima said that he grew up watching movies, wanting to do video games, and Jordan Peele's like, I grew up playing video games, wanting to do movies.
Yeah,
So they're like they're really excited to collab because Kojima was like, hey, Jordan Peele's movies have been great. Like, he's done we could probably talk about more of this on the later podcast, but like he's done movies like This Is Us. So
yeah. Don't Look
uh,
Up.
Don't Look Up. Yeah. So it's kind of he has an interesting take on movies. I haven't seen any of his movies, but the trailers looked interesting from it.
Hmm.
So
But that's one thing that does make me happy about the whole video game thing is that they're getting more and more. The fact that Matthew McConaughey was there for that one trailer.
oh yeah, Exodus.
Yeah, it's
Which I
What
don't
was that
know.
about? Is he gonna be in it or something?
yeah,
He's
he's
a
one of the voice
voice.
actors. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, that makes a little
Which
bit more sense.
honestly, like, I care more about video games coming out than I do movies and TV. I mean, depending on the movie and TV show, of course. But like,
Right.
yeah, no. If I had an opportunity to either binge through a season of whatever show, or I could play a video game, I'd much rather play the video game.
I don't know if they could erase my memory and I could rewatch some anime. I might choose that over video game.
Well, I'm not. Well, anime's different, but I'm just saying, like, if a studio in general is going to be putting money into something,
Yeah,
Right.
are we going to do something where we're just watching it, or we're doing something where, we're actually, in it and participating in it? I mean, that's video games. They're
yeah,
able to tell movie quality stories and movie quality special effects, but you're sitting there now. Of course, that you would say the same argument for like VR and stuff. Like, okay, I could sit down on the couch and play video games, or I could put on a headset and be in the video game. Same thing with movies. It's like, okay, sometimes yes, I just want to sit on my ass and eat some Cheetos and not and just watch the show and everything. But I would say 80% of the time minimum. Yeah, no. If I had an opportunity to play through the story versus watching the story, I'd much rather play through the story.
Right. But then uh, one big collaboration that they're doing, Apex Legends is partnering with Square Enix to do a Final Fantasy VII remake collab. So
Okay.
I think that's pretty cool. It comes out in January. But the
what
biggest
collab,
announcement, huh?
what collab was it?
With Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh yeah. The
It's
Apex,
it's
right?
for the yeah, it's for the rebirth. So, but anywho, but the other game, the biggest game they announced really, and this is because it has such a huge fan base, and guys, if you're interested in all they release, just go back and watch Game Awards. You can see all the world premieres. But the biggest game before we move on from this, it's Monster Hunter Wilds. The Monster Hunter has a huge following for whatever reason. Especially Monster Hunter World, because that was the first one that was uh, crossed over into other platforms besides Nintendo. The other previous Monster Hunters were all Nintendo exclusive. Then you had Monster Hunter World that came to other platforms, and it was big. It was their biggest Monster Hunter because PlayStation users got to play it. And then the last Monster Hunter they did was Monster Hunter Rise. It was a time exclusive on the Switch. I think by the time they released it cross-platform, it wasn't. It had died down already. People already played in the Switch. They were done. So people were dedicated to the Switch, and I'm not gonna move on to another one. So it didn't do so good cross-platform. So Monster Hunter Wilds though is going to be next gen, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, Series X, Steam. So it's not gonna be on the Switch. So they'll be able to have to play the game at a higher frame rate because the Monster Hunter Rise was only 30 frames per second. So, and looked beautiful. I mean, it looked great on the Switch. The That game showed what the Switch is actually capable of, and was really surprising how good it looked, and how good it played. But still, you know, I don't know what your guys' take on Monster Hunter is. I could take it or leave it. So
I mean,
I
yet another game I've heard nothing but good things about. I'd like to play it. I just, ugh.
I played it and I thought it was extremely boring. I don't know. It's 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 cool that you can run around and do whatever, but I'm not much of a fan of games like even like Final Fantasy and stuff where you have like a certain skill set, you know, like press square over and over and over and over and over again to kill somebody or to do something that's kind of eh. I want a
right,
variety.
right. So,
So I guess you're not a
but
fan
anyways,
of the
that's all. Uh,
Dynasty Warrior games.
those were fun in a sense.
Yeah, no, they're super repetitive but fun. I do
Yeah,
enjoy the Hyrule Warriors.
I did like that one, and I'm a fan of Zelda. So, but let's move on to the actual game awards. Um, well, we're not going to get into all of it, but I kind of want to pick a couple that I liked and then a couple that I didn't like. So I'll go first, and then we move on from there. Um, so one category, and the game of the year, we don't. That one's overall. We don't pick that one. I do want to point out though that Baldur's Gate won 6 awards that evening, and then number two with the most awards was Alan Wake. They won. Let's see, one, two. Oh, I guess only won two. I thought they won more than that.
And I forgot, is
Um,
Alan Wake, is that, well, no, Alan Wake, I thought they've got three. One, two,
three.
three. I'm looking at three right now.
Did I miss one? Must have.
So
Yeah,
I've
but
got
Alan Wake won. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see.
art
Best game
direction,
direction.
narrative, game
Hmm.
direction.
So, Alan Wake 2 won 3, and then Nintendo. Nintendo won 3 categories as a whole. So they won best family game, best action adventure game, and then they won best sim strategy game. So which was pretty cool. Huge for Nintendo.
I
And
am
uh,
sad that Jedi Survivor didn't win anything.
yeah, I we'll get into what was sad because I do have a couple of ones that I think that should have won at least one award, but did not win any. 94.3 for this year, and then 2017 was 93.4.
Four,
So
yeah.
barely. This was probably the biggest year in games in a long, long time. So, but anyways, so a couple of categories I want to point out. One category that I was really like I was like yes was best in that won the most anticipated game of next year. I was pretty happy about that. I really think that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth um, is a game of the year contender for next year. I am highly anticipating the game myself because I did play Final Fantasy VII Remake, loved it. I played the original Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation when it came out. Love it. It's probably uh, close to my number one Final Fantasy of all time. I mean, I have a special place in my heart for Final Fantasy VI, but that's a different story altogether. Um, Another category that I want to point out for myself is best indie game, Sea of Stars. I think that title really deserved it. I don't know if you've played it or not. It is on Xbox Game Pass, so if you have a chance, go ahead and play it. Um, the developer took insights from Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG. So it kind of has like the Chrono Trigger-ish feel as far as like the walking around the world map. Combat is very like timed hits and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. Um, it went on my back burner. I played I think I got like 13 hours into the game, but then I put it in my back burner because I'll start playing other games. But I will resume it here later. But overall, I thought it was really good. And I thought it was well deserved. Now, a couple of the worst ones, I think. Um, this one especially. This one really. I disagree with it 100%. Best ongoing game, okay? And look at the ones they chose for best ongoing game, okay? Let's see here. Best ongoing game. I had Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and then the other ongoing game was Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Okay? So when I hear ongoing game, I think of a game that's been ongoing for a few years. And
Yeah.
it's going to continue to update, right?
Hmm.
So how does Cyberpunk 2077 get on there?
Because
How's
it's
that
not
an
even.
ongoing game?
It's not really like an online. My thought on an ongoing game is something that's like heavily online based, something like that.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Well, first off,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 77 or 2077 just got to where it's perfect. Finally, with the
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2.0
It
update,
was
which
extremely
just came
bugged.
this year. It was unplayable when it first came out. That they had to pull it from the stores, the actual like digital stores. PlayStation pulled them like we can't let people buy this. They were embarrassed. They even released an apology note, and it's and then they have DLC that came out for it this year, and then the 2.0 update, and it's the best ongoing game. I think this category was a pity category. I
Oh,
really feel
100%.
like they
There's no
Yeah.
reason why that should be in there. I mean,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, that's obviously ongoing. I mean, what are they on now? 34. Fortnite, Apex have been going for a long time. Uh, Genshin. Genshin, I didn't even know that people still played that, to be honest.
yeah, it's really popular still. But see, I think, in my opinion, that right there, Fortnite should have won. What they have done, especially in the last year, has been innovative. They've paved the way for battle royales. When it comes to battle
Yeah.
royale, you can't touch it. Like the collabs that they've gotten this past year have been huge. I mean, you can get Shoto, you can get Goku, Vegeta. Um, they're huge. Star Wars,
Hmm.
Lego. I mean, these collabs are huge, and they gave it to Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think Cyberpunk should be getting any. With it as an abysmal. Who's the developer for Cyberpunk? I forgot.
CD Project Red, which I
Okay.
mean, they did get Witcher,
Yeah,
Witcher
Witcher
3,
was
which is great.
fucking
It's a great
fantastic.
game.
I can't wait for 4 to come out.
Yeah, me neither. But I'm not saying Cyberpunk is a bad game. I think Cyberpunk is a good game.
But they should
I'm interested to
live
play,
in the
but
shit that they shat, and they should get nothing and like it, and they should learn. Hey, next
no,
time we're going to release the game, release a full game that actually fucking works.
right. So there's like when people talk about rig, I think this category was rigged.
Yeah.
There's no people just don't want to see Fortnite win because Fortnite has that that stigma about it. Oh, it's Fortnite. Kids play it. Kids don't fucking play that game. Adults play it. I'm sure kids play the game, but I know a lot. A lot of
Can I
adults
say
play
something
it.
real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about you're talking about releasing a full game, right? And that touched a nerve in my heart, okay? In my heart
Okay,
and my
go ahead.
because this is the thing is I 100% agree with that. The releasing unfinished, unready fucking games needs to stop. Whoever and why ever they keep doing that shit, it needs to come to an end. Because they did that shit with Rust. Rust pissed me off, console edition. Because I got Rust. They didn't say anything about, hey, we're gonna take a 2015 version of Rust, a very basic version, may as well be fucking Minecraft 2004, and we're gonna give it to you, and you're gonna love it. They didn't say that. They said we're gonna give you guys Rust finally, and then I buy Rust, and it is nowhere near Rust. It blue screened constantly. It never worked. And this is a game that is already established, and yet you release a half-assed game that people were wanting. That makes no sense. I hate
Yeah.
when game industries do that. And there's so many that do that.
Hmm.
No, it's
No,
all.
I agree. So, but anyways, that's my take on that. I'll get off my soapbox for a minute on that one. Um, and then I know, really, for the most part, that's the only thing I really disagree with. The most of these are pretty fine with me.
I got one I
So,
disagree with.
hmm.
Best performance.
Oh, the Neo Newbon for Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. I mean, you play a good character
You
and
know more
everything,
about this
but
than I do.
yeah, I mean, because I haven't seen his those whole story arc yet. I mean, yeah, he does a good job or whatever, but like, in terms of compelling and having, I would say it's like a best lead actor type award is I feel like that's what that should be, for the best performance.
Hmm.
And despite Star Wars having its issues, I 100% think that Cal Kestis, his character, like, it's a good character. He's gone through some shit. He's lost everything. He's trying to grow, and I don't know. I think that one should have won.
Yeah.
But Neil in Boulder Gate is the character that everybody shits on,
Yeah,
and he's a very relatable and playable and funny character. Like compared to Star Wars, he just get. I think it's the fact that he gets
Wait.
more screen time. I like
Who?
Gates. I can't play it, but I love to watch it.
Ray,
what?
I
what's
think
going on here? I'm kind of confused.
what
Why are your takes actually okay this time around?
I just think it's funny. Like I like Baldur's Gate. I wish I could play it. I don't think it's available on PlayStation yet. If it is, we need to end this so I can buy it and play it now. But um, it's not here yet. But as far as he goes, I mean, he's a very funny character because not only does everybody give him a hard time, he has like the best. He has the best lines, I guess you could call it. Like whenever you
Yeah.
do something bad to him, it's just hilarious. Like, why the fuck would you do that to me? And then you can resurrect him, and I don't know. It's a lot more fun than Star Wars, where you just got the one guy. I think that's why
Okay,
he won.
fine. Then maybe they should have other categories where like maybe he's best supporting actor. Like more of
Yeah, yeah,
a
definitely.
supporting thing versus like
Yeah,
I would say in terms of storyline and the shit that performance of the character. I would say they need to rework those because
100%.
yeah, I think in terms of like the story for the main character going through his shit, boom, Cal Kestis. Like I love that. I so
Well,
hope they
we
bring him
know
to
your
live
worst
action.
one. What's your favorite one,
Dude, my favorite one,
Tom?
my favorite what? Favorite
Winner.
category?
Yeah, favorite winner.
I don't know. I mean, I guess Baldur's Gate, but unfortunately, I never got. These are a lot of games that I mean, obviously they're popular. That's why they're on the awards game. But some of these games I haven't even seen random videos pop up on, so I don't really have that much
Right.
big of a. Like they had the. I still think Zelda probably should have done a little bit better in said game awards. Like I love their sound design, I love their music. But I mean, of course, to be fair though, a lot of their sound design and music is all from practically from the game a couple years ago. So I can understand why a lot of that stuff was just recycled anyway.
It's a recycled game that they recycled what now 22 times. What are they on? Zelda.
No,
Well, they didn't
they didn't
recycle
recycle. It's
all
a
the
new,
games, but
but
this
it's a.
game was
I mean,
specifically recycled.
right, but it's still great. So,
And we're talking about
what
what we
about
have
you, Ray?
issues with. I have
Before we
issues
announce
with
Game of the Year,
the what I with the game of the years. The best RPG is what I or no, it's not. Where is it? Their best action and adventure game. I
Tears of
have
the
I have
Kingdom.
I have a very large issue
That's
with
not your
that.
worst one.
That's the worst one. Yeah, 100%. It should not have won because look at that. That is a stacked ass list. Okay, you got Resident Evil 4, perfect. I still play that. They got Marvel Spider-Man 2, which I love watching videos on that. I mean, it's a very beautiful cinematic. I don't know about the gameplay of it, but as far as the cinematic videos that I've seen of it, it's gorgeous. People are flying through the air, turning on music, using his ability, flying, solving Rubik's cubes. Like it's a beautiful cinematic, and the action fighting looks amazing. And then you got Star Wars Jedi. The fact that Star Wars Jedi did not win that just pisses me off. Best action
So,
has to be Star Wars.
So my opinion, the title, the game that got snubbed this year a lot was
Hmm.
Spider-Man 2. It should have
Yeah,
won something. Something.
seriously,
It
it
was
was on there for a lot and didn't get nothing.
Yeah, and I don't
so
think Zelda. If Zelda was gonna win one, I don't think that was the one they should
No,
have won.
not
no,
best act.
it should have won best audio because Hi-Fi Rush is just it's an audio based game. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah,
So
it's just Zelda or Star Wars is just such a all of them. All the Star Wars have always been an amazing game. I love the Star Wars games, even like the weird ones. Like I like playing the Star Wars battleships where you get to like you're strictly stuck on your battleships, but you can fly around in space and fight each other. Starfighters or something like that.
Squadrons? Oh, are you talking
Yeah,
about Squadrons? Yes,
yeah,
Oh man, I love playing that,
I love it.
especially in VR. Actually,
Exactly.
VR. I
yeah,
mean, VR isn't a must, but VR makes the game so much more enjoyable. Just being able to look up, because my big issue with playing it on just a flat screen was you know your target's over here, but
Yeah.
you're turning so fast, and then you don't know how far away it is, so then you end up overshooting it, so you have to come back. So it's so nice to be able to look up and actually be able to pull. Like I literally went out and bought this fucking. Oh, like hold on, I bought this and the throttle to go with it just so I could play the game in VR.
Yeah.
God, that was such a great game.
But
I
that
think
yeah,
it was a very
an issue.
underrated game, in my opinion. I think it would have been better. I think if they had a longer story, it probably would have gotten a little bit better. I took an entire day off work when that game got released. Me and my buddy Johnny were literally just going to sit in his basement, smoke a shit ton of weed, and play that game all day long. But it came out. But he bought it through EA. I bought it through Steam. His released almost instantaneously. Mine didn't release until like 5 o'clock that afternoon. The entire day was wasted.
that sucks.
Yeah.
But what about your best, Ray? What do you think was your best? Oh, you said best
The
RPG. Baldur's Gate 3, right?
best RPG. Uh, yeah, being Boulder Gates. Yeah,
No.
especially out of that list because I mean, Life of
Okay.
Pi. Come on,
So let's Life of Pi, Liza P. Liza
whatever.
P is good.
Lies of P.
It didn't compare to like it doesn't compare to Baldur's Gate because but it's
None
still a
of them
good
do.
game.
Sea of Stars doesn't. Starfield. We've talked about Starfield. I mean,
No.
Starfield is another one where they released an unfinished game. So come on now.
All
And
right.
then
So let's
Fantasy.
say game of the year. Game
Huh?
of the year. You ready?
Okay.
What was game of the year? It's not working. Drum roll. I can add that later.
Oh.
Um, but the game of the year was Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
Yep.
So, you agree? Disagree with that?
No, I
I
agree. I think it was
I agree. Yeah.
yeah. Baldur's
I'm
Gate 1.
disappointed.
I'd say Legend of Zelda 2. Alan Wake. Like I didn't even know that game came out this year.
The whole thing that sold me on Boulder Gates, the moment I knew that that would be a perfect game of the year, was whenever he has the interaction. I can't remember her name again. I haven't been able to play it, but the fire chick, and she's like, "Oh, I'm hot and heavy. We need to find a way to cool me off so we can deal with that." And this dude splashes water on her, and she's like, "Ooh, let's see if that works." And he burns his lips right then and there. I'm like, I love this
Well,
fucking game. That is a man on a mission. Okay, he is there to get some fire girl coochie.
so
Fucking sucks.
here's the thing
Bears.
with Baldur's Gate 3, okay? PC players have had that game in early access for about 2 to 3 years. It's
Yeah.
been in early access for a while, so it's been anticipated to be game of the year, So the
Yeah.
actual release was this year. So
I wonder if they did that on purpose, though. It does make me wonder. Just because,
well,
last
no, I think that
year
was good.
a lot of
They
people
didn't.
hit her.
They did it on purpose because they got to play the game. They got to see what players thought. They got to see the bugs. So when the game released, it was perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not like Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, we got to get this game out. Next thing you know, it's like, okay, you can't play this game. The game was perfect when they came out. So it came out right when it needed to come out. It didn't come out till later in the year.
Yeah, and it's the fact
It
that
was
they were
like
able to
September
do
when
it.
it came out. No, August. Sorry, it was August when it came out.
Yeah.
So the year was almost over when it came out, and it's still one game of the year.
Yeah.
They did everything the right way.
Yeah, Larian Studios. It's been a long time coming for them because Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2. I've never played any of them, but they got high reviews. So Larian Studios has done a fantastic job, honestly. So, but anywho, I mean that's really all for the Game Awards. Um, so there's not a whole lot. It's one of our shorter podcasts, but it's all good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you guys have anything else you want to add, or
No. Sea of Thieves just released a non PvP mode.
oh, nice. I heard about.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that, but I'm sure some people like that.
Yeah,
So,
no, I'm going to be I'm going to be purchasing and downloading that game soon because I've been wanting to play that game, but I don't have anybody
Xbox
to play
Game
with.
Pass.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I'm just going to buy it because I always try to play the game, but I never have any. So my cousin, he's going to start. He's going to play that game because my cousin, he hates playing online with people. He doesn't take loss very well. So
Right. That'd be cool.
hoping we could start getting good
Maybe
at that.
maybe I'll download it again if you're starting over. I'll get into it, but playing with somebody because I got bored.
Yeah. Do some let's plays. Stream it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves would be a good community game. It looks like because you can have your ship together and you guys can conquer the seas.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, it would be pretty boring.
Speaking
It's
of which,
available on PlayStation. So
and
what?
Xbox.
Speaking of Sea of Thieves.
Pretty sure.
So,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Xbox and Play. Oh, now I gotta find out.
No, it's Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, I'm gonna have to buy.
Pirates.
God damn it!
You ready?
I've been watching that so close because I wanted to play Sea of Thieves since it came out, and I can't.
Skull and Crossbones was announced for next year too. Finally, February.
I saw that.
February.
Okay, so why? I'm really confused because it's 3-player online.
That'd be cool. We got 3 players right here.
Well, I know, but I just feel like 3 is such an awkward number. Just keep it to 4.
It's,
back when I played video games on my couch, I played 4-player co-op. I want a 4-player co-op game.
I think it's 3 players.
Why?
Remember Pirates of the Caribbean World's End? At the very end, you see Captain Barbossa, the newest captain of one of the ships. What's her name? Keira Knightley's character. I can't remember now. What was her name? I can't remember now.
I don't know.
But yeah, her and then Jack Sparrow all walking 3. That's why.
Yeah, I mean 3 is a good number.
They did that.
And I know the game's not going to be couch multiplayer.
So, but
yeah.
I mean,
anyways,
and a few other games that are 3 players.
Yeah, I like it.
Really, as far as this episode goes, that's all we got. I mean, there's we're shorter than usual. That's all good. So, but hey, as always, you guys can like and subscribe to our channels. We are now, just so you know, we are now available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're available on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Audible. So we have a lot more options where you can listen to this podcast. So really, now we can say listen to this podcast where you listen to your podcast because we're giving you lots of choices. So it's a huge thing for us. That's what I did this week, and hopefully we gain some more traction going that way. So do be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, Surge Gaming Reviews. And if you have a question you want to email us, we can always add that to our thing as well. surgereviews66@gmail.com. It's my email for here. Email me and I'll answer any questions you have. It doesn't matter what it is. Just ask the nerds. Anything you're into, we can answer, I'm pretty sure. And if we can't, we can find the answer 100%. And there are no dumb questions. So if you want to ask what what Elden Ring is, go for it. We'll tell you what Elden Ring is.
100%.
Ray, anything for you?
Just doing the same thing. EIPEVOLI is the YouTube channel. You can find me over there. I stream whenever I get a chance. Anything and everything. If it's on PlayStation, that is. Hopefully, by January, maybe February, I will be able to play more items. Depends. I might be moving over to PC. but that depends on how that goes.
Finally, PC Master Race right there.
Whatever. It's not even the fact that it is better or whatever. It's the fact that I don't want to move to PC because I know the games I play are sweaty as hell on PC, so I'm going to be getting shat on. But that's okay. Because now I'm bad at games, period. So it's all right.
Anything for you, Tom?
No. I'm thinking about starting up a new email account here soon, so I can start writing some new accounts for myself, and yeah, we'll go from there. So hopefully, I'll have something going on within the next month.
Awesome. Well, gamers, as always, do stay classy. I've been kind of seeing on my end a little bit here. So if there's been any technical difficulties during this podcast, I do apologize. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know how it has been on your guys' end, but video feed has gone in and out. So if you do watch the video, our podcast is a work in progress. So do bear with us as we grow. Our production will grow and our quality will grow.
Yeah,
So,
And you guys will grow with us. We'll all grow together. One big nerd family.
Oh yeah, constructive criticism is a great thing, and try not to be a dick, please.
Austin, Ray, we just came up with something. Every podcast has something where they call their listeners something. So rather than calling us listeners, we're gonna call them the Nerd Fam. So
Nerd Fam,
that's our thing, the Nerd Fam.
Okay,
I like
yep.
I can dig
so
it.
there we go. We decided on the podcast. All right, so Nerd Fam, as always, stay classy, keep playing those games, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, take care.
Deuces.